Tyson frickin' Fury. He finally made his Las Vegas debut after a decorated career. The reigning, defending lineal heavyweight champion. Did you know that Tyson Fury was the lineal heavyweight champion? I had no idea that Tyson Fury was the lineal heavyweight champion. I mean, it's not like they were telling me all night on ESPN that Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion and defending the lineal heavyweight championship, but I'm shocked to find out that Tyson Fury is actually the lineal heavyweight champion. And we had some great documentary pieces on Tyson Fury being the lineal heavyweight champion. We heard about Tyson Fury being the lineal heavyweight champion. And finally, after a lot of conjecture, after a lot of hype videos, after a really good ESPN Plus broadcast of Top Rank Boxing, we had ourselves a main event. But for Tom Schwarz, it was a bit of a lame event. What's up, everybody? Fred Richani, TSC, your home for combat sports news updates, interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, we'd appreciate you subscribing and liking our page. Tyson Fury took on a man by the name of Tom Schwarz. If you never heard of Tom Schwarz here, hey, don't worry. Nobody else did. Now, a little background info on Tom Schwarz. WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, whatever that means. 24-0. 16 wins via knockout. And he fought all of his fights pretty much in Germany, according to the Wikipedia machine, other than a couple in the Czech Republic. So this was also Tom Schwarz's Vegas debut, U.S. debut. Seems like a nice guy. Had his grandma reportedly in the entourage and everything. She's been a supporter, which is really nice, and I'm sure he's a very nice man. I'm sure if I hung out with Tom Schwarz, sparred with him, he'd spare my life, and maybe we'd go get some smoothies or fribbles or something. But this man did not belong in a boxing ring with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury put on an absolute mother-frickin' clinic. But the drawback is, well, not a lot of fans were really interested in this fight. Not a lot of fans were like, oh my God, I got to go see this, because the reported attendance based on the Twitter machine is roughly 9,000 to 10,000 people at the MGM Grand, which is not really all that much. And considering, I think All Elite Wrestling did like 12,000, 13,000 a few weeks back, considering, Floyd Mayweather's obviously drawn a lot more. A number of other boxers and fighters have drawn a lot more. UFC's drawn a lot more. This was a bit disappointing, but it was Fury's U.S. debut. He was fighting a guy that many would be perceived as, I don't want to say a bum, but a no-name. And I do think that if Fury fought Wilder or Joshua at the MGM Grand, that would be maybe not an instant sellout, but by the time the fight came around, a sellout, or at least close to it. But yeah, if you're Top Rank, I mean, you're allegedly paying him $100 million, 5 fights. You would like some greater attendance. But you got to remember, too, this was an ESPN Plus exclusive event. And this was an event that's not just meant to make Top Rank money, but ESPN Plus money, too, because they certainly have a vested interest. And we'll see if this leads to any new subscribers for ESPN Plus. But as far as the fight, if you didn't watch it, you really didn't miss much. I added 10-9 in round 1 for Tyson Fury. Some solid jabbing. I didn't see him really throw any combinations. He was kind of just getting warmed up. And then, oh my goodness gracious, in round number 2, this dude put on what the announcers called a boxing master class. I mean, he was moving and moving and moving. There's a point in time where Schwarz was coming forward, trying to hit Fury. Fury was against the ropes. And he's just moving his head, having this unbelievable head movement. You may recall you've seen Canelo Alvarez in some fights where he does the head movement, doing that crazy trick with the Matrix dodging bullets. I mean, this was impressive. It's impressive when Canelo does it. It's even more impressive when the guy doing it is Tyson Fury, who's 6'9" and well over 200 pounds. I mean, Jesus freaking Christmas. And, well, we had a knockdown by Fury. Okay, we started around actually with a big uppercut and left by Fury. He had another big left in combination. His hands were down, straight up Anderson Silva style. By the way, shout out to Chael Sonnen, Anderson Silva's most famous opponent. He actually just announced his MMA retirement the night before, so best wishes to him. So yeah, he was doing it Anderson Silva style, hands down, had incredible head movement. 4 punches by Schwarz, just missed the mark. Okay, and I'm not even going to say that Schwarz did anything wrong. I mean, Fury was just on another level. And from there, Fury gave him a huge knockdown. Schwarz got up. Fury just had him on the ropes, bombarded him with punches, went down, TKO, victory for Tyson Fury. And after the fight, they asked him the $1 million question, or I guess the $100 million question. What about that Deontay Wilder rematch? And Fury then proceeded to thank Jesus Christ, God bless the fans, thank Bob Arum, ESPN, and Top Rank for a great promotion. And then he said that in September or October, he's going to have another fight. And after that, they'll set their sights on Wilder, which I can imagine every boxing fan around the world going, oh. Yeah. I know. Didn't we hear the news that, and I'm pretty sure it came from Tyson Fury himself or Deontay Wilder himself, or both men, that after their respective fights, that they would fight each other again. And instead, I guess Tyson Fury's going to get yet another tune-up fight. Okay. I mean that's cool. And believe it or not, as much as I love Deontay Wilder and watching him fight, as much as I love watching Tyson Fury fight, I do think right now still the biggest heavyweight star in boxing currently is still Anthony Joshua. He's still a megastar in the UK. His name's pretty well known now in the US after that infamous loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. And I do think whether they do the rematch in Madison Square Garden again, which I hope they do, or in the UK, or wherever the hell they freaking do it, maybe they'll do it in Mexico, I don't know. Okay, the reality is, right now, that's more than likely going to happen. Whereas Wilder and Fury, you got Bob Arum with Top Rank and that shadiness. You got PBC and Al Heyman and all that ish. You got Showtime in the mix, which is still trying to stay relevant in boxing, even though they haven't done great in the ratings and everything else like that. So right now, realistically speaking, the biggest heavyweight stars, I think, are Anthony Joshua. And if you're talking about domestically, right now, it may very well be Andy Ruiz. I mean, hell, the guy was just on Jimmy freaking Kimmel. He got to deal with Snickers. So if you're Tyson Fury, if you're Top Rank, if you're Deontay Wilder, if y'all want to make that money in the U.S. and really step it up, especially Deontay Wilder, I don't even know what he's really making right now, but I would imagine it's less than Fury and Joshua. Yeah, you better step up and you better get those fights made. Take the agents out of the room. Take the promoters out of the room. Cut the middleman. Cut the BS. Make it freaking happen, please. Seriously. Oh. I mean, who's Wilder fighting next? Ortiz again? Ugh, okay. Cool. All right, he'll knock him out in 5 minutes, and then what? So hopefully, we will get that fight soon enough. But the actual best part of the fight wasn't even the fight. Tyson Fury grabbed the mic afterwards. They said, hey, you want to entertain us? And Tyson Fury sang Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing for at least 2 minutes in front of the Vegas crowd. Wow. That was entertaining. Now, we did receive some complaints about the broadcast, and I gotta say that there were some fans that thought that ESPN was a little too praiseworthy of Tyson Fury here. So here's something from Scott, my good friend. This is an effing joke. He is singing "Get the F out of here." ESPN is better than this. They are on their knees for Fury. Come on. On one hand, yeah, it gets a little nauseating. Okay, they're pushing Tyson Fury. He's the greatest, this, that, and the other thing. But, I mean, the reality is he is a big star. He is one of their cornerstones of the subscription service. But if you're somebody that is a boxing fan, and clearly ESPN is trying to attract boxing fans, you're going to realize that, you know what? Okay, while Tyson Fury's a great fighter, that fight with Deontay Wilder could have gone either way. You're going to realize that, hey, this guy Andy Ruiz is a hell of a freaking boxer. Maybe we shouldn't prop this guy up so much. It's a double-edged sword here. I do think that a lot of these promotions do have a tendency of doing this, and networks do have a tendency of doing this. I mean, nothing is worse than the Jacobs and Canelo fight, where Brian Kenny, who I respect as a broadcaster, I mean, just, oh my God, did not give Daniel Jacobs credit for anything. He was just kept talking about Canelo. Oh, Canelo dodged out like a bullet, like a speeding bullet, and Canelo did this, and Canelo did that, and Canelo did. And it was just so nauseating. And we've seen even the UFC at times where Joe Rogan will be calling a fight. And again, I respect Joe Rogan as well. But there's some times where I disagree with him. And I'm just wondering, like, wait, are we watching the same fight here? I think the praise tonight was warranted. Obviously, it was a tune-up fight. They didn't give Schwarz much of a chance. He obviously didn't have much of a chance, and he did not stand a chance. So, we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. They had to hype this up. I mean, that's their job to hype this up. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I feel like Showtime, to an extent, doesn't go as overboard with the hyperbole as Top Rank does, as the UFC does sometimes, as as some of these other companies do sometimes. But hey, I guess that's their job as a promotion to, promote. But it is weird, though. I mean, ESPN does kind of have to walk that fine line. They're in business with UFC. They're in business with Top Rank. Combat sports, not always the most virtuous business. You know what I mean? But hey, I guess time will tell how everything evolves. But folks, I want to hear from you. What did you think about Tyson Fury versus Schwarz? Did you watch it? Did you attend it? Do you think it's a freaking joke? And who do you think Tyson Fury should face next, since it seems like he's not facing Wilder next? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, as always, enjoy the fights.